5.5 years ago, at 18 years old, you stood in this courtroom and pleaded not guilty to the charge of super aggravated sexual assault of a child. You maintained your innocence and exercised your constitutional right to a jury trial. Believing in the process, you trusted that the right outcome would result and that justice would prevail.
So, why do you run?
My name's Kelley, and 10 years ago I was falsely accused and wrongfully imprisoned and convicted for a crime I did not do.
The outpouring of support from friends throughout his trial turned to an outpouring of emotions.
Mr. Kelley, you are sentenced to 25 years.
And the 19-year-old's plea deal leaves him with no right to appeal.
I was just a 19-year-old kid. The unimaginable happened to me.
You are not guilty.
Yeah, I know, I'm innocent.
A nightmare had intruded into my world.
The jury found the defendant Gregory Kelley guilty of the offense of super aggravated sexual assault.
Put my head down. I released a huge sigh, almost like a cry. And at that moment, I broke down.
And I see my son. My son was crying. You know, he was bumping his head on the table. And that was so hard to see him.
I remember him putting his head down, shaking his head, and basically saying, I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
A jury found Greg Kelley guilty on 2 counts of super aggravated sexual assault, but a jury found him not guilty on the 1 count of indecency with another child. Kelley's family and friends.
When you throw somebody in that type of a nightmare, you have 2 choices. You stand up and you fight for the truth. Let's go, baby! Or you lay down and die.
Yeah, give me some smiles. You give me some smiles. Are you happy? Mommy's almost home. Mommy's almost home. Are you happy? You happy? Yeah, you're such a pretty girl. I know you like to eat too. Just like your dad. Just like your dad. I can't wait either.
I absolutely love being a father. It is something that I wouldn't trade for the world. My little girl, it's amazing just seeing her grow. She's 3 months old right now, and she's developing into her little personality. She's starting to smile tons. She's going to be a very happy baby. I'm starting to see a lot of me and her, and a lot of my wife and her as well. It's been a labor of love with not being able to sleep and taking all of this on. But it's absolutely worth it. It's worth it 100%. Being a new father, especially with a woman who stood by my side through it all, Summer isn't just our miracle. She's our prize. But we had to grow up really quick at a young age. I was off going to prison at 19, and she was out in LA starting her commercial dance life. We stayed together, fortunately. We stayed together. She decided to stand by my side through it all. She took on the negative publicity that came with standing by me, who at one point was a convicted sex offender.
First tonight, he was a star high school football player when he committed the crime. When he's free, he'll be 44 years old. Greg Kelley will spend 25 years in prison after his conviction for sexually assaulting a young boy.
Prosecutors and attorneys for the teenager reached a deal before jurors could come up with a sentence on their own.
Mr. Kelley, you are sentenced to 25 years.
And the 19-year-old's plea deal leaves him with no right to appeal.
He says, I can go in for 25. I can still have opportunity to do something with myself.
I think it speaks for itself, but we're very satisfied.
Late Tuesday night, the jury found Greg Kelley guilty of twice engaging in a lewd act with a 4-year-old boy at an in-home daycare where Kelley was living at the time.
We were fighting like hell through it all to prove that I didn't do this, that we were fighting for the truth. So the world on paper painted me out to be a monster, but she never saw me as that. She refused to see me as that because she knew who I was. And so having somebody that special in your corner while you're going and you're in the fight of your life, it makes you want to wake up every day and continue to fight.
Oh, look who's home. Mom's home.
Yeah.
Mom's home.
Hello.
How's your day?
Good. Yeah.
He's ready to see you.
Whoa.
Hey, calm down, calm down, calm down.
Coming.
Actually got your food there. You want to see you? Hey guys, chill. Chill. Yeah. Should have bottled about an hour ago. Let me get your food ready. Get your dinner ready.
Oh my goodness. Oh, Jesus. Careful. Chipotle. Every night, Chipotle.
Big Chipotle fans around here.
Oh, yeah.
Chipotle Cava. Not sponsored, by the way.
Chipotle. Chipotle. Who sees that?
Hey, my little girl.
Oh,
Okay,
oh,
okay,
that's
okay,
too much.
okay. Not too much, not too much. She's a little girl. She's fragile.
Oh my gosh. You love her. No, we're not rolling. Ooh, are you talking?
Come on, you can greet it. Grab it, little girl. Grab it, pretty girl.
She's moving.
Yeah, she's kicking around right now.
Yay.
Gotta get her kicks in, get your punches in.
What week is she on? She 12 weeks, 11 weeks now?
She's gonna be 3 months next week.
So 12
It's
weeks
insane.
next week, yeah.
Yeah, October 3rd. 3 months old.
Sometimes you lose track of time. You lose track of how old she is.
Is your neck tired? I think it is.
Yeah, Nick's tired. I think tummy time's over.
How many times over?
Workout for the day done.
I'm not crazy. That was so much work for her. She's upset. She's like, you took away my cards. Mama.
All right, so we're 2 nights away from a 62-mile ultramarathon, 100K. In the cold plunge right now. I think it's like high 40s, low 50s. Not too cold. I'm a big baby still. I've probably only done this about 4 weeks now. But I'm slowly, gradually getting down into the 30s. But man, you know, being a husband, being a father, being a business owner, you know, also being a brother right now to my brother who's going through a tough time in his life. Just kind of being someone going through life, as well as being an ultra runner. Recovery has been
very essential to me. Cold plunging, contrast therapy between hot and cold with my hot tub. Taking on ultra running is, I'm 225 pounds. I'm still a big guy. I've dropped down a lot of weight since I started running 7 or 8 months ago. And, but still pretty heavy because I'm trying not to lose too much muscle. And so I'm gradually going down. It's been taxing on my body. And so the recovery aspect of it all has played a big role on helping me with everything. A lot of people have asked me, what do you think about when you run? Especially that distance, 20 miles a day. I reflect on a lot of things. Me as a man, I reflect on the 18-year-old me who made a tough decision to fight for the truth and not accept anything up there. Running has a lot of reflection for me. I get to sit there and dive deep into who I am as a core, because it is tough. But you find the best answers in the uncomfortable things that you do. And it's a time where I get to spend time with God too. And I get to pray when I'm uncomfortable. And it's where you're the most vulnerable. So it's been a tough past couple weeks training for this. This is my last ice bath and this plunge. And then we're off to the hotel tomorrow.
What are you most scared of when you're going into this race? Do you have any fears?
Biggest thing for me, my fear is that my body will break down. There's a scripture in the Bible where he says, the spirit is willing, but my flesh is weak. And there's been times where I'm running during practice and my mind and my spirit is there. Like I'm wanting to do it, but my body hurts, my knees hurt, my ankles hurt, my feet hurt. I'm lugging around 225 pounds and you tell a 225 pound man to go and, run 2.5 marathons. It's really tough. I've come over the years to live for the tough, and where the thing that replays in my head over and over and over again, and it's that voice that I shouldn't be listening to. Sometimes, it stays and it talks to me is, I'm just too big. Why am I doing this? And then I talk back to it with the truth is I'm not doing this for me. I'm doing it for me in the sense that it helps me out mentally and it helps me out with all the trauma that is still with me from being wrongfully incarcerated. But I'm also doing this for a mission. And when you attach something with a mission, everything is just different. And so I remind myself over and over and over again is that it's not impossible. I will finish. But it's just those small things that really just don't matter that sometimes get in your head.
Yeah, I got offered a plea bargain days before my trial. 10 years probation, lifetime sex offender registration, a certain amount of fines, a certain amount of time in jail. I said no. They came back with 5 years probation, lifetime sex registration. And my mom was breaking. My mom said, mijo, think about it.
And I said to him, mijo, I am your mother. And I am afraid if you go in, something can happen to you there. They can hurt you so bad.
And when you see your mother breaking, it's breaking you. I'm trying to stand firm. And I'm actually thinking about it. That night I called Gaebri.
And I was like, you cannot do it. For him to physically say, like, I'm a sex offender, no, absolutely not. I don't even think he could find it in him to ever say that.
She pretty much kicked my butt in shape. So she reminded me just to keep fighting.
And he says, Mom, I'm not doing it. I'm not saying I'm guilty of something I do not do.
Where I get nervous the most is that doubt.
that creeps in sometimes. But as far as going one step at a time and finishing, I have no doubt. I will finish anything I start. But along the way, I want to make sure that I stay dialed in on my nutrition, stay dialed in on my hydration, focused, rely on my crew, don't feel like I'm alone, trust my crew, trust the people that will be taking care of me. I've got a great crew. I got my friends, my family, they're going to be there supporting me. And so it's, as far as being nervous, it's that self-doubt that I just have to shut up.
Morning, little girl. Hey. Hey. Let's get you up. Let's get you fed. Oh, give me those smiles. Are you happy to be awake?
Making that morning coffee. So interesting story about this mug. So Gaebri made it while I was in prison. It says Gregory Raymond Kelley, and it's got my football number on the back. It also says Fight for GK, which was the hashtag that all of my supporters and fighters were using when they were fighting for me. So I drink this, I drink from this every so often, just as a reminder and just in reflection of everything. It's pretty cool. All right, so doing my morning plunge and hot tub, hot and cold therapy, contrast therapy, and while I'm in the hot tub, usually what I like to do is spend a little time, talk about the verse of the day, do my little devotional. Today's reading goes, "Let it grow, for when your endurance is fully developed, you'll be perfect and complete, needing nothing." That's in James 1:4. And what I like to do is reflect on that and what that means to me. When I think of that being perfect and complete, I don't think of perfection as in having everything put together in your life. I don't look at it as that you fully lack nothing. There are times when we fall short and we don't meet our expectations, or we don't hit the standard or hit the mark. But when I think about being perfect, I think about being exactly who you said you're going to be, to your family, to your friends, finishing exactly what you start, and doing it with full-blown intentionality towards any task that's in your hand. I made a promise to myself when I got out of prison. I was awaiting to go be reunited with my family and my friends. It had been years since I felt that overcoming of joy flood my heart. Keith had told me, like, when you walk out of these doors, there's a bunch of people outside, anywhere from your family, your friends, to reporters, to camera crews, your own documentary that's being filmed about you. So I was expecting to see a lot of people and meet a lot of people. I really didn't want to meet anybody. I just wanted to hop in a car and go home.
Breaking news, former high school football star Greg Kelley out on bond. It's the first time he's seen freedom in 3 years since a jury convicted him of child sexual assault. His release comes amid his ongoing bid to have that conviction overturned.
It really happened within a span of just a few minutes. Greg Kelley walked out of the Williamson County Jail, a door here, and greeted dozens of supporters. He was then driven away in a private SUV. Kelley emerged with his attorney, Keith Hampton, around 3 o'clock, and those same supporters who have stood by him.
And that's a new beginning for me. I know it's not over yet, but we're going to continue fighting, and the truth will prevail. And I just thank the DA's office, the judge to give me an open mind to allow me to finally come home to my family.
But before that had happened, I ended up making a promise to myself. And that promise was that I wouldn't spend another day of my life just treading water. And what that means is spending another day of your life just sitting on the couch wondering what you're going to do that day, or spend another day of your life just binge watching a bunch of episodes on Netflix. Spend another day of your life contemplating what you should do with your life. Instead, just take that step forward. You don't know where that step's going to lead you, but take it forward and go out there and try to figure out what you want to do. Being spit back into society after having your whole life derailed and taken from you, it's kind of hard. It's really tough, actually. For years, I watched my friends that I played football with go out in college and play on that gridiron, that field that I should be rightfully playing on. There's days in prison where I'd go down to the day room and sit there on a bench and watch them, and my heart would break, and I'd go back to my cell and cry for a little bit, and until I eventually just stopped going to the day room and stopped watching it and started focusing on who and what I needed to be at that very moment with the circumstances I was in and doing the very best that I could. So being perfect is being perfect when you try, and having the intention to go out there and love your family, love your friends, and be exactly who you say you're going to be to them. I love it. I love to always say what my father-in-law would always say. He says, hey, nobody really would remember what you do in life. They're always going to remember how you made them feel. And nobody really cares how much you know until they know how much you care. And so when I think about perfection, I think about that. Just being that intentional person to someone and allowing them to know how much I truly care about them. I think at the end of the life, that's what truly matters.
5.5 years ago, at 18 years old, you stood in this courtroom and pleaded not guilty to the charge of super aggravated sexual assault of a child. You maintained your innocence and exercised your constitutional right to a jury trial. Believing in the process, you trusted that the right outcome would result and that justice would prevail. Proving your innocence, you now have the right to proclaim to the citizens of Texas that you are innocent. And with 9 other judges in agreement, I declare you innocent and that you are fully exonerated.
Just like me, everyone experienced COVID, and in the heart of COVID, my father-in-law and I, we ended up making an axe throwing target. And January of 2020, I got married and went to a bachelor's party, and we went axe throwing in Dallas, Texas, and we had a great time. And I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur. At the time, I was a personal trainer. And so we had a great time. I ended up leaving, and I remember seeing around the venue, I was like, man, all of these bays are packed. I wonder what a place like this makes, you know, and how a place like this runs in a business. I ended up leaving that night, trying to find an axe throwing target for my own backyard because axe throwing is fun. And so COVID ended up hitting a few months later, and at the time, Gaebri and I had just got married, and we were still living with her parents, and we were kind of waiting for the housing market to do its thing and to find our own home. So I was living with her parents, and David and I, we went out to Home Depot and bought some wood and made an axe throwing target in his backyard. And we went out there and we played for hours, probably all the way until the sun went down. You know, we left that night coming in, was like, man, that was tons of fun. So I immediately started looking up, like, are anybody making these things? I could make them. And how I could make them was the skills I obtained while I was in prison. And then I went to the craft shop, and I went to a trades school in one of the factories to get a certification to start welding.
And then while I was welding, there was also wood laying around, so I started using all these power tools. And these are things I didn't know when I was playing football, you know. That day of going out there and throwing axes with my father-in-law, I went online and with the confidence of using power tools, I went online to see if anybody else was making these, and nobody was. So if I was gonna make them and put them online, then I would be the first one to bring a product like this to market. Went out to Home Depot, bought some wood, did a little bit more research, built a prototype. When I felt like I was comfortable with the prototype, I then posted it on an Etsy store, created an Etsy store. Within a few weeks, I had about 30 orders for targets. I didn't fully know how to ship them yet. So I was just kind of learning as I went. And eventually I went into the garage, I tweaked a little bit more, figured out how to properly ship these where it didn't cost an arm and a leg. Within a few weeks, Father's Day came around, had 30 more orders. So I was executing these orders with my brother. A couple years later, this business has evolved into, I have 2 employees working for me, 3 days a week. I come in here and oversee operations as well as help build the inventory. And we have 13 different targets that we sell. Tomahawk Targets has become the nation's leading axe throwing target seller and manufacturer in the whole nation. I've got like 4 competitors since I started this and brought a target to market. We have mobile axe throwing rental trailers that we end up getting to have fun with on the weekends. So it's been a great journey of entrepreneurship. Yeah, this is the shop. About to get some work done right now. And every time I'm in here, like I said, I like to reflect. And so every time I'm in here, I reflect on the journey of, at one point, this one thing that I did to just help pass the time of going through a really crappy situation in life, then now serves me, puts food on my table, allows me to get paid every month, supports my family, supports somebody else's family who works for me. It's amazing, what not necessarily accepting the situation you're in, but continuing to live life and put a positive step forward in those situations, what it can actually do for you in the long run when life actually comes back full circle. So this is a full circle moment for me as I continue to do this. And so let's get to work.
All right, so the morning of. Good morning, everyone.
Yeah.
So right now I'm clipping my toenails, getting these feet and toes ready. So last night I was laying in bed, tossing and turning, didn't get much sleep at all actually. But we're ready to go. The adrenaline's starting to settle in. But I was laying in bed last night. It's amazing how much you can prepare for something, how much you can sacrifice your time and be so focused and dialed in your head of what you need to do. Be ready, be excited to take on this journey. But as I'm laying in bed, I'm thinking about how I don't know what after 31 miles feels like. I don't know what my body will do. I don't know where my pain threshold will be. And I started thinking about how if my foot starts to hurt, or my knee starts to hurt, or my lungs start to hurt, or my glycogen levels or my nutrition levels aren't as leveled out as I want them to be, and that's a good excuse just to walk away and say I gave it my best. and nobody would count that against me. But as I was laying there thinking about that, it started disrupting me at who I am in my core. I got up, I knew that wasn't the standard, it wasn't acceptable, and I started rolling out, and I started stretching, because I had to take those thoughts, captivate them, and throw them away. And here I am now, with 3.5 hours of sleep, about to go execute 62 miles. Let's go do it. The Desert Wolf. You know, that name, when I was trying to find my next race months and months ago, it came out to me, it popped out to me. The concept of a desert has always resonated with me. With my whole injustice nightmare, going through prison, very hopeless situation where survival is necessary. Prison is a world inside of a world. And if you're not careful, it can turn you into something that you're not proud of. Doesn't matter if you're guilty or innocent. You have to have the necessity to survive day by day. And so the decisions you make as a person, what type of life you choose to lead, is really important to whenever you come home, who you are. For the years I was in there, when I wasn't supposed to be in there, I was lost. My identity as a football player stripped. Didn't enjoy watching it anymore. Couldn't watch it. It's too heartbreaking. Saw my friends that I played with, my opponents I played with, go out there and fulfill and live their dreams, while I'm sitting there in a maximum security prison with a bunch of killers, drug addicts, rapists. A lot of times prison was a desert to me. And the thing about a desert, and then you're stranded in it, the desert doesn't favorite people, doesn't care how much money you have, kind of car you drive, type of house you live in, type of status you have, how many followers you have, doesn't matter. In the desert, you have to choose to either live or die. You have to survive or lay down and die.
Eight miles down, coming in for the first loop. Feel pretty good. Legs still feel light.
When we got there, and I got to the starting line, nerves started settling in. I remember just closing my eyes, just taking a moment, just thanking God for this opportunity. And, you know, when I think of just getting to a place where I know that this is going to be an absolute sufferfest, a little bit of a excitement, but man, a little trauma started coming up. At one point, when I was wrongfully incarcerated, I wasn't ready for that life. I was thrown into the fire. This time around, I forged myself by fire. So I was so ready to get after it and to go out there and do some of the toughest stuff and make it to the other side. And there's no better accomplishment. The accomplishment is not the buckle. It's not the medal. It's proving that you finish what you start. The race was off. We started the first 10K. As we were approaching the end of that first 10K, we were coming back exactly how we started. Noticed documentary crew, my brother was there. You had an opportunity to stop at an aid station if you wanted to, since you were passing the start-finish aid station. I decided not to stop. I had to now approach a 15K going the other way. Decided not to stop. Kept going. As we approached this other 15K loop, I noticed that this terrain was a lot more harsh than the 10K. This one had like tons of boulders and rocks that you're having to veer and avoid. So it slowed down my pace a little bit to about a 12:30 pace because a lot more hiking and jumping on boulders were required. Those races that have the early mornings, they're a sight to see. It's something to really cherish, being out there in nature and seeing the sun come up. And I knew when the sun was coming up that the first thing that popped in my head is like, I'm racing this sucker. I'm racing the sun because I'm hoping, because I know that sun's gonna come up. It was literally just gonna go, and then I'm gonna finish when it goes all the way down. So I knew that this was gonna be a long day. As I was approaching the full 25K back, this is where I felt like if something was gonna go wrong, this is how it was gonna go wrong.
Yeah. Yep.
At the beginning of the race, there was a miscommunication by my brother, and he was thinking that, the second loop was going to be a 25K, right? So you start 10K, and you come back to the start finish, and you would go around this other loop going out from the start, and he thought that was going to be a 25K, and really it was a 15K. So I had requested while I was gone that he would go to the store right down the road and grab some ibuprofen and some Pedialyte stuff that we needed that I had forgot. And so when I was coming back in from that 25K, one full loop, he wasn't there. And so I had to essentially aid myself. And when, I had just done 16.5 miles, I wasn't too much in bad shape, but you can't just wait until you start feeling bad to get aided. You have to, it's a longevity, it's an ultra marathon. People say prepare for a marathon. This is preparing for an ultra marathon. So it doesn't matter how good you feel. You have to sit down, you have to be aided to. And after every loop, I had put into the plan that I would only get 7 minutes of rest. So I would sit down, timer would be on 7 minutes. I would be making sure that my pack was being replenished, electrolytes, gels, salt pills, bladder was being filled with water. I was getting a bottle of pickle juice. Like everything was just being replenished, right? With me kind of already going through it mentally and trying to stay focused, I had to aid myself because my brother wasn't there. As I was aiding myself and I was putting everything together, I went off and started my second part of the 10K, right? Essentially the second loop. So I texted him, I said, where were you at? And he understood. He told me that there was a miscommunication and he apologized. And I said, look, man, just please make sure that everything is there when I get back. So I'm on conserve mode now. I'm only drinking when I usually take a couple big sips of water every 10 minutes. Now I'm doing 1 sip of water every 10 minutes, making sure that this pack lasts until I see my crew again, I see my brother again. I'm about maybe 2.5 miles away, and at this point, the sun is already starting to come up and starting to heat up a little bit. I'm getting hot, I'm sweating a lot more. I'm starting to taste the salt. And my heart rate's starting to get up now into the 140s, 150s. And you don't want to get them up above 150 in an ultra marathon. You'll start hitting your lactic threshold and things will start swelling up in your body. And I'm sipping on the water, and next thing you know, my bladder goes dry. I have no more water. And it's about 90 degrees now. And as I get to about a half a mile out of water, I'm starting to really feel it, the dehydration. My lips start going dry, can't talk, and I end up calling my director and producer of my documentary, and I tell him, like, dude, I think I'm done. Like, I can't sustain this.
This should not bring a miscommunication at all. You were there listening to the same brief that I was.
No, I would.
Both of you guys were. What? Like, what are you guys doing? What were you guys doing for the past 3 hours? Where are you guys at? I'm at the starting line. I'm you freaking kidding, bro. I left the same. I come back the same way I left, bro.
All right. Well, there's
every single time.
everything. All right. Well, everything you need is in the tent. I'm sorry. I literally just followed your brother. It's just kind of a disaster, man. It's a disaster, and it's really sad. It's really freaking sad, man. Greg has been working hard for this for a long time, and you know, he DNF'd today. His biggest fear was DNFing this race because he physically couldn't go on, not mentally, and that's the case. I'm heartbroken for the mission that we have. You know, we're doing this so that we can raise awareness for an issue going on in this country of a flawed justice system that is imprisoning 70,000 innocent people, and that's why we're out here. We're not out here to win a trophy. We're not out here to win the race. We're not out here for glory. We're out here to simply raise awareness for that. And it's going to hurt that cause because we didn't finish. And we can't tell that story of finishing. So
I've tapped my hydration out. I'm dehydrated. And when you get to a point that your hydration's on 0 and you know that you have 40 more miles of this sucker, you can't see yourself doing 40 more miles on E. Yeah, you'll replenish yourself, but your body can only absorb so much. So I call him, I said, hey man, I think I'm on DNF. I'm at this really low point right now. I can't talk very well. My voice is real parched. Now, when you think things could get worse, I do get to the start finish. I walk to the start finish. I can't run. I had texted my brother about a mile back saying, get some water, get some electrolytes, start running towards me, start coming down the trail, right? He didn't figure out what loop I actually started on. So when I was coming back in, banged up, and he went out and started running towards me, he started running down the wrong loop. As I was approaching the start and finish line, I wasn't met with anybody. And now I'm about 26 miles in, and still nobody's there. I'm having to now aid myself again. This time I take a little bit longer. And, my brother's out there running down the wrong trail because he hadn't known what trail I started with. As much as my brother wanted to help and wanted to make sure I was taken care of, the initial miscommunication just confused a lot of things. But sometimes that's how life is. There's miscommunications. Things aren't perfect. And it's really easy to make the excuses when things aren't perfect to just give up. Just to find reasons not to keep going. As I'm coming out, something comes over me. I start doing a lot of self-talk. I start reminding myself who I am. That I don't look for excuses to quit.
So I just got here, and it's been an interesting morning, I guess, to say the least. I think a lot of it comes from Greg, to be honest, feeling alone again, and I think it was a lack of communication. Again, I wanted to get here as early as I could. I had work this morning, and I feel bad. Like, as him being one of my best friends, like I genuinely feel bad. My wife's here, she feels bad, and so I do understand where he's at, but at the same time, like, dude, you sat in prison for 6 years and you're feeling sorry for yourself, and whether that's a lack of preparation, which I know it's not because I've seen him grind day in and day out, or it's just a complete mindset right now, and he's in his own head, and he's getting trapped inside his own mind. And I know what that feels like when you're expecting people to be there, and it's by no ill intention that people were running errands to ultimately try to get him what he needed for this race, or even for this documentary to be put together. But with that being said, I know Greg Kelley is one of the greatest persons in this world to suffer and to know how to get through suffering. I mean, sitting in prison, fighting for your life for 6 years, knowing you're innocent is complete suffrage. And so I know right now he made a decision, because when I was 10 miles away, it was Greg's about to quit. He's done. He's out. And immediately, like, a ball of rage went inside of me, and it's like, no, like, quitting is not an option. Like, you didn't come this far to just come this far. You came this far to keep going. And so, Greg, you'll see this. I'm sorry that I wasn't here. I'm sorry that I wasn't here when you started, but what I am here is when you finish. And I'll see you when you get around the loop, and when you get around the loop, I'm about to give you a whole f***ing earful, pal.
I've gone through some of the most unsurmountable amount of pain in my life, mentally, emotionally. I've overcome so much. What is this next 40 miles compared to being stuck in prison as an innocent person until I'm 44? It's absolutely nothing. It's nothing. So I'm gonna finish this dang thing.
Yeah.
My body is like on error mode. Like, my body, my legs, my CNS, central nervous system, is shooting out this message as if it's a computer, like error, 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 error. And I knew at that moment adrenaline, determination, and willpower is that thing that's just overriding all of it. And I let it.
Good. I'm good. A little bit more. Let's go. You suffered for 6 years. All right, buddy. 50K more. That's it.
Hour and a half left.
Let's go.
I'll be back in an hour and a half.
Hey, let's go.
Take it home, baby. Let's go, Greg.
I'm trying to push through, legs are fatigued, and I'm cramping. I'm having to walk around alternate. I'm like 2 miles out. My response was, stop being a do what you gotta do. This is your heart check. Either hit the door or get through the finish line. That's the only 2 options. Pickle juice.
Oh, my legs are fatigued. I'm hanging in there. I'm hammering away. But I'm struggling. But I'll finish through. Let's go. Do hard stuff.
Come on, brother. You good?
Come on, go sit.
I need to lay down. Yeah, can you?
You sure you want to lay down?
Yeah, I gotta. The heat. I'm getting exhausted.
Hot. You need to hydrate. Water.
And electrolytes.
Babe, will you go get some more?
I need to go in about 2 minutes, y'all. Come on.
You're right behind him, Greg.
I get my legs. Get my hamstrings.
Eat some food.
I need some water. I got salt in my eyes.
Grab a water.
Water.
No, I need pressure. I need hard pressure.
Hard pressure on his calves and his back.
On his back too.
Yes.
Here, look. Hey, eat the fruit. And then I got some. This is.
Do we have a towel to wipe his eyes? Or that jacket right there? Let's see.
Is this sweatshirt?
I don't know, someone's...
Yeah, it's fine.
Are we doing good?
Yeah. Well, I got a lot more in me.
One thing I know is my body will heal. But if I quit this thing right now, my mind will never heal from this. Because I started something. I know I can do it. So I'm gonna go finish it.
Some Coke right here.
Yeah, I need some more pain reliever.
Pain reliever.
You want some electrolyte tablets?
Ibuprofen.
Drink that Coke up.
Make sure you pack up my bag with everything I need. I need electrolytes. I need my tablets.
Electrolytes, tablets, gel.
I have a leave.
All right, I'm good.
Okay, hold on, let me put it in here. Shows. Up.
Hand me that Pedialyte. All right. That's got pickle juice and Pedialyte and everything.
So for the fact that I was talking to myself, actually physically talking to myself out loud while I'm running. If anybody was around me, they probably thought I was crazy. But I'm telling and reminding myself who I am. The voice in my head, shut up. The moment I started talking to him. And my hydration started coming back. I downed some salt pills so I could maintain my hydration. And this unbelievable amount of determination started coming over me, where I started running and I just didn't stop. I passed one person, and I passed another person, then I passed another person. I had no idea who I was passing, if they were even in the 50K or the 100K, I didn't care. Because I was so zoned in my own little world of determination. There's these hills at the end of this loop, this 15K loop, that are unbelievably tough. Unbelievably tough. Didn't think twice, took my poles out, and say, let's go.
All right, 44 miles in. Struggling, but we're getting there. We are hammering away. Whew. Should be coming up on the aid station here in about an hour. And man, can't wait to get some Gatorade, some bananas, and ultimately finish this dang thing. I got 18 miles left. Continuing to get it. Woo!
Looking at, oh, you're smiling.
I don't know.
I
must have lost her.
Oh, yes. You're happy. You're fed and you're happy and you're full. You're gonna talk to me. Hi. Hello. Can you say mama?
Where's he coming from?
Mama.
1 mile out.
1 mile.
This way?
That's close. Can you say mama?
Wherever I'm lacking, it's He who makes me whole, shining through the darkness and cleaning out my soul while I'm fighting daily battles. You're my candy cane.
And the baby.
When I
you look good.
open up my heart, let 'em in.
So proud of you. You look great. How do you feel? Yeah? You're so close.
I don't have what it takes to go back down.
Hey, can somebody put 5 minutes on the clock?
You are so tan.
Here's pineapple.
Yeah, I'm burnt.
Yeah, you need sunscreen, man. Where's the sunscreen at? Snacks?
I'm like hallucinating.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah.
That's all in your head. Let's go. You gotta eat. Come on.
Breathe. Just hydrate. Eat.
You only got 25K more.
That's awesome. Way fast.
Yeah.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Bringing it home now.
Here, get this down. You need some sugar. I know that food's probably hard to go down right now.
I'm really testing myself right now.
Yeah, well, you gotta finish. You're 3/4 of the way done.
Yeah, woo, so close.
Drink that Coke.
I tripped twice.
Did you?
And the rocks are like boulders on the trail. I'm fine. I just need electrolytes.
Do you have any salts? Like
Salt
quick
pills.
salts?
Salt pills.
Yeah.
Where's them pills at?
Yeah, they're
Jonathan,
This thing?
drink that Coke.
Right here.
I gotta take it slow real quick. Stopped at that aid station halfway and just doused myself with ice. Felt like a new man, huh?
Dallas and Daniela.
Nice.
So you better finish because they're gonna be waiting for you at the
Oh,
end.
that's a non-negotiable. I'm gonna finish.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that's good.
The attitude you like to hear, Greg Kelley.
Sorry.
Look at Summer.
Look at Daddy. Look at him. So impressive. You want to stare at her?
You don't want to eat that.
Text me when third place comes in. Third and fourth place. All right.
Bro, everybody's damn near quit. I've only seen you and the other guy pass us, so I'm telling you, I haven't seen anybody else.
Let's go.
Look
We
good.
rest tomorrow,
Jonathan.
guys. We rest tomorrow.
Jonathan, here.
Let's go. Let's go, Greg. Come on, baby.
Mwah.
Let's
Love
go.
you.
Let's go. Last one, baby.
All right, good luck. You got
Take it
it.
home, baby.
We're gonna be
Let's
having
go,
a fight
Greg.
here.
Last loop, let's
Don't you
go.
worry.
Let's go!
Let's go, Greg.
And when I started seeing all my family and my friends there, more life came to me. It was amazing knowing that I have such a great support group of people that are willing just to drop what they're doing and come out and support me on this crazy dream.
What's up, what's up? Just hit 52 miles. Oh man, I'm getting that second adrenaline. Woo, feel like a new man. I tend to recognize that I get a little more crazy and a little more hard. And I get the urge to drop the hammer when I know that I'm getting close to the finish. This is the importance of doing hard stuff in your life, is to get to this moment, to get to this place. To get to this place where you prove something to yourself. That you can overcome, you can endure anything that comes your way. Voluntarily put yourself in tough positions so you can get ready for when the tough stuff comes involuntarily. Do hard things. Let's go finish this baby. Time to drop the hammer. Still in second place. Woo!
Come on, Bob! Go! You're walking, I can see it! On your location! You're walking!
Let's go! So are we gonna run with him? Okay. I think
Come on, Bob!
You're so cute!
Let's go! Let's go! Oh, we about to hammer, baby. Yeah!
Here we
Worst part's over. Let's go.
Here.
got soda over here too. How you feeling?
I'm alright.
Your pose.
Adrenaline's pumping now.
It's good. 8 more miles, baby.
Rosa, where's that towel at?
You're bringing it home now. You got to pump up.
Nice and chill.
Nothing, I just want peace.
Oh, just peace. Okay. Oh, peace.
Worst part's over.
I haven't listened to music in the last 25 miles.
What about that one song
Get over
that you
it
love?
eventually, I bet.
And that song.
Okay, I'm gonna finish this thing hard, finish strong. Sat down, friends taking care of me, aiding me. People were talking life into me. You know, Zeke is hyping me up. You know, he'd be a professional hype man if he didn't know anything else to do.
Dude,
I can't believe I've already gone 64 or 54 miles.
Okay.
Okay. You're my honey.
And the honey. Oh, little baby. She's asleep.
She's like, please.
She's like, you stink.
Yeah.
That gave me some energy.
Hey.
Oh.
Let me kiss you now.
Get aided, get a fresh new pack, some life spoken to me, kissed my baby girl, kissed my wife, told my friends I loved them. And off I went. My last 15K loop.
All right, let's go.
All right, last one, right?
All right, let's get some bio.
Wait, are we?
I'm good.
No, you're good?
I got everything I need.
All right, Greg.
You got that.
See you guys.
Let's go, baby.
Hey,
Right here.
let's
Doing it, Greg.
y'all go ahead and pack it up. I want to get the hell out of here once I'm done.
Oh, well, hey, finish. The quicker you finish, the quicker we pack up, all right?
Let's go, Greg!
Let's go!
When you have such a great support group that speak life into you, you really don't know what you can accomplish. So I thank God every day for my friends and family. Now if I go on my last big loop, go out there, I'm really struggling now. My legs are fatigued. I'm down in salt pills. I feel heat exhausted. I got my poles out for like 90% of the run now, holding on to them. They're fully attached. Every incline I get, I'm using them. I'm hitting them hard. I'm hitting them hard. I'm hitting them hard. Every incline, the inclines take your soul. Literally take your soul. You don't look forward to them. You look at this big, long hill, this mountain, and you get to choose. Is this the mountain or is this the mountain?
I
I'm trying my hardest to run as much as I possibly can. It seemed like every time I started running and I was like, I just started grunting. I could only get like 200 meters. And then I stopped and I had to keep power walking. Took the poles out, started sticking them into the ground, power walking, just hammering away. And I just kept telling myself, just keep hammering, as if I'm just a blade being hit by a hammer on an anvil. Just keep hammering. And then the dreaded 1,000-foot, 1 mile climb. I had already seen it 3 times before, but it seemed like the 4th time it was just longer. It seemed like it was new. I looked at it, I stopped, and I talked to it. I told it, thank you, but today you're mine.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
That finish line represented home to me. And when I saw those mile markers, I told myself, it's time to go home. And these are the same words that I told myself as I was walking out of these doors of prison, that we made it home.
I look forward to a lot of awesome things in my life, but ultimately I just look forward to being free. That was more than 62 miles.
Yeah. Oh, really?
That was like 66.
Surprise!
Bonus miles. Oh yeah.
Here, we heard your story. We got you some extra gear for you.
Man, that's amazing.
Check it out.
Wow. Thank you, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Appreciate you guys.
Thanks for coming and running with us.
Yeah, bro.
Appreciate you. Got some bonus miles for it.
Oh yeah, man. Good for the mind.
That's right.
I was telling myself, I was like, man, I got to bring it home, you know, because this is home, you know, all my friends and my family.
That's home, baby.
I was coming home. I was coming home to a support group who fought for me, who loved me, who stopped what they were doing to be there for me. I've seen that before, and it was when I was in the fight for my life. And now I have it again while I'm fighting to become everything I possibly can be. So, 100K in the books. On to the next one.